Tommy G, how to survive CEA enhanced interrogation. Like I said before, when I went to like a cop, I wouldn't say like a cop camp or anything like that, but when I was younger, I got the feeling to experience getting tased and also waterboarding. But like it wasn't like the cops waterboarded us like crazy. Like we was under there for like 30 seconds or anything like that. We was more so like under there for like 7 seconds. Like we gotta, and then they poured the water and then they say try to breathe. And then like you just couldn't breathe. And like, yeah. So like, damn. I ain't gonna lie, if the government showed up my house trying to tell me who the cops is, bro, like, I might have just cooked them niggas. But I am interested to see what, goddamn. Cold water?
When some people say, if you're, hey.
But I am interested to see what happens though. All right, we going down together.
Say, if you're, hey.
In public too? Okay. This is gonna be hard. I hope my future girl does this. You want her to strap you down like this? Maybe tie you.
What do you want to know about this answer?
I want to know the truth.
Tell me about what you feel emotionally during an interrogation. Anger. You're looking at humans as an information source. And if you really think about it, that's all a human being is.
Okay, so say I go into the interrogation room, because I know for a fact there are some interrogators where, nigga, you can literally be saying the truth and they still like doing some heinous crimes to you, bro. Like imagine trying to tell them, I'm telling you the truth. It is what I'm saying. Break another finger. Like he just break your finger. Boom. I'm telling you, snap another finger. Bro, please. It's literally this. Break another. Like I feel like some of these niggas actually enjoy this shit. Even though they get the answer.
The more you fight, the harder you breathe. And the harder you breathe, the more your body demands oxygen.
Damn. I don't know why.
Bring your feet together. Stay in that position.
You've given me 3 answers.
Oh, hell no, nigga. Hey. Oh, hell no, bro. Oh, hell no. Yo, I understand the situation, bro. Like, I promise you, I understand the situation. Like, no nigga is breaking out and, like, you know what I'm saying? But in my head, in my brain, in my dreams, in my imagination, I'm breaking out this chair, using all my muscle. I'm standing up, swinging. This nigga just dead ass got slapped.
Stay in that
like
position.
Like he was a bitch.
You've given me
that slap this. Hey, fuck that, bro. I don't care if this for a YouTube video. No way I'm getting slapped like this.
3 answers to this one simple question. Why would I waste my time with another question? Do you recommend people try this at home? Absolutely not. Do not try anything you see depicted in this video at home.
It was like some 50 Shades of Grey, boy.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to be interrogated at a CIA black site? Well, I certainly have. And to find out what it's really like, I volunteered to experience it for myself. For my interrogators, I recruited former CIA agent Andrew Bustamante and ex-Blackwater mercenary Trevor Fortner to take me through the most commonly
he
used
definitely killed about 15 people. I'm telling you right now, just by the way he look at me.
Interrogation techniques. I then rented a scary-looking kidnapping van and warehouse in Milwaukee, and I invited my friend, podcaster Julian Dory, to share in the suffering alongside me. Enhanced interrogation techniques, or EITs, have been some of the most controversial methods the United States has used in the war on terror. These tactics were designed after 9/11 by 2 psychologists, James Mitchell and Bruce Jetson, under the premise that techniques which avoid permanent physical harm are not considered torture. EITs were used by the CIA from 2...
Because one thing I do know, I think one of the tortures that I thought like it looked easy or like it looked like why is this a torture is like when they wrap you and they hold you still and they just have like water drop on your forehead. Like I do low-key kind of want to experience that, see what that's like, but damn, bro. Or like if you're in a room by yourself in complete darkness or something like that. What's some other torture methods?
2002 until President Obama.
All I know is like the cartel torture methods where like they I'm not gonna be descriptive.
banned them with an executive order in 2009 due to the growing consensus that these methods violate human rights, international law, and do not actually produce reliable intelligence. And allegedly, they are no longer in use today. So folks, join me now in a CIA black site simulation. Disclaimer, do not try this at home. These scenes are simulations performed by trained professionals with years of experience and a nurse on site. All participants in this video are friends in real life.
So he the one that got slapped.
Quick announcement, boys. It's time to go guns.
I love you, Tom.
Authorities for any kind of intensive questioning.
When you see this hand signal, that means it's go time. And when you guys see this, that means it's go now.
So go time. Okay, go now. Got it. Understand.
What's up, everybody? This is Julian Dory. I'm coming to you live.
But like, how would people like feel just imagine somebody getting snatched up?
Julian Dory?
Yeah.
Need you to come.
Oh, that was calm. I thought it was gonna be more like niggas running, get up, grabbed you, they somebody coming out the bushes, ah, you know what I'm saying? Like an animal trying to get fat FNAF, nigga. I thought it was gonna be more like that. I thought it was gonna be more like that. But probably since like a YouTube video is probably not like that.
Oh, this is a day ruiner.
We're about to go pick up Tommy, and we've set up a scenario where Tommy thinks that he's going to be interviewing several people locally as one of his normal videos before he goes to a different location to get snatched. Instead, we're going to snatch him in the middle of the interview in front of a watching audience so we can see how they react and so that we can get the jump on Tommy.
So now this is like the real deal. Well, the other one is the real deal.
Boots on the ground in Milwaukee, talking about some controversial issues. Guys, can I get your take on what's happening in Los Angeles right now?
We haven't really heard anything much about it. We're from the UK, so.
Do you have any takes on what's happening in Los Angeles?
So this gotta be Australia.
Oh, it's horrible. All the property's being destroyed.
Are you worried that this might usher in the beginning of a surveillance state where database is kept? Your name, your home address.
We're already on a database.
So about 15 feet back to our 5 o'clock.
But like, if somebody see like a white van pull up, would they not just run away though? I mean, but I guess you wouldn't necessarily like tell, I guess. Oh yeah, you wouldn't tell.
So are you afraid of a company like Palantir coming in here and eroding our freedoms?
Oh.
You know, I don't know a whole lot about Palantir, but
the counterpoint, one more question. The counterpoint is some people say,
and when you guys see this, that means it's go now.
Hey!
Damn, so that's how it's, okay, that's more realistic, okay.
Feds!
That's more realistic.
Come on, lawyer! Dan Adams! Who is that?
What the did you do? It's Julian. Dick.
What the are you doing here? What is this, 50 Shades of Grey? My wife doesn't even do this to me. Hey, let me keep my shoes
That's
on.
rude.
Hey!
If you continue to resist, I'll laugh for restraint.
3 minutes to destination.
3 minutes.
It was only a few minutes in and things were
That
not
sound
looking
crazy,
good. I was zip tied, there was a knee on my back that was making my breathing more difficult, and already a creeping sense of powerlessness was setting in.
Yeah, if you're not flexible, bro, that's gonna hurt. Yeah. I'm already seeing if you're not flexible, that's dead ass gonna hurt.
Walk forward. All the way down.
He's quite
Man,
thirsty.
zip ties in there. Damn.
Tommy, put your head in the corner. Step your feet back.
Damn.
You could just say please next time.
By the shirt? Nigga got pulled up by the shirt on his face. Oh my god, I deadass thought it was gonna slam this nigga's head. I'm not gonna lie, I deadass thought it was gonna slam his head. That's what I deadass thought. I was about to say, yo, why they gonna light on my nigga Tommy cheek? And like heavy on that nigga. I mean, well, not necessarily. Think about it.
My name is Andrew Bustamante, and I'm a former clandestine CIA intelligence officer.
Okay.
I served with CIA from 2007 to 2014. When I was with the military, I learned about an introduction to interrogation. And then when I was with the CIA, I became part of multiple teams that were engaged in debriefing hostile intelligence targets from terrorist organizations. Some of those operations included enhanced interrogation briefings.
Room is closed. Lean back. Stay in this position.
Damn, rip this shit up from the back.
Why are you doing
Oh,
that?
it has this. Never mind. Well, say, how strong is this dude?
I didn't sign up for this strength like that.
Wait, what if I was wearing like, I know this is like a YouTube video, but what if I was wearing like a good shirt that day and he just ripped it up?
All these techniques you see are outlined in a top secret CIA
Well, actually,
handbook.
no,
While much of it is
participate,
redacted, we can show you some of the tactics approved for use, like facial holds, stress positions, facial and belly slaps, and use of cold. These methods are delivered in a calculated manner designed to bring a detainee to such a level of discomfort that they want nothing more than for it to end. And what I want to draw your attention to is how pages 46 through 67 are redacted, leaving me to wonder what could possibly be worse than waterboarding, mock executions, or being shackled for days.
They break your fingernails, pull your nails out your finger. What else happens in interrogation? They might break some bones, beat you with a stick or something, like probably like something like that.
Stand.
Y'all remember that one interrogation movie with Samuel L. Jackson? Yeah, like that. Let me see. I'll look it up. I'll tell you.
It happened, Tom.
Oh, that nigga. Oh, they stripped this.
Now, because we're trying to keep Tommy safe and we're trying to abide by YouTube principles, we've let him remain in his underpants. Otherwise, if this was a true interrogation, we would have stripped him down full.
Oh, okay. Like, got him naked, basically, sure, what he's saying.
Am I that dangerous? You guys gonna do this?
Lift your head up. Lift your head up.
My name is Trevor Fortner. I spent 12 years with the United States Navy. 3 of those was with an Army Green Beret counterterrorism team. About 4 years with Blackwater, and then 4 years working for the United Arab Emirates Presidential Guard.
Sit tight, gentlemen. We have both of our captives in custody. We have put them into a position where they do not have
Unthinkable. It's called, the movie is called Unthinkable. Watch it if you want to watch it on your own.
Control over their own movement or their own location. This is part of a psychological breaking down process to prepare them for what we're going to do with them next. We're going to move them into a series of stress positions. Those stress positions are positions that are unnatural to the body.
So now I understand. They're not gonna do like, they're not gonna treat Tommy G the same as they treat him. It's just like Tommy G's like YouTube channel and everything like that. But like he's the, basically what I'm saying, he's more of the test subject than Tommy G is. That's what I'm saying. Damn, they did it so tight.
Secure his arm.
Sure you're not gonna get blood loss or something?
Bring your feet together.
Damn.
Do you think it'd be accurate if people assume that most CIA interrogators are some sort of sociopath or psychopath?
That would not be a safe
A lot of, hey, to all them, never mind, I'm gonna save it for at the end.
assumption. There are sociopaths that exist in federal government. I would not say that there are psychopaths that exist in federal government. There's a very detailed vetting process that prevents those people from becoming uniformed, sworn officers to the Constitution.
Okay.
You know it's a hassle getting interrogated by the CIA, but what can help avoid this?
Love you, Tommy G. You know, say damn, it's like I had like a weird cough. Like, damn, I be coughing a lot.
You gonna tell me while I'm here? Hands coming loose.
Bro got ass for everything.
Stop resisting.
Damn, bro, they just slapping this nigga, bro. Oh hell no.
Stop resisting.
Stop resisting.
Secure it on the right.
Stop resisting.
Right? Complete?
Yo, this shit is insane.
The first thing that's really hard to come to grips with is how utterly powerless you are in this situation. Whether it's my neck being held against the van or my head being held in a corner of the elevators, they're bringing me from one spot to another. When you're bound and there's no potential, even if you squeeze a little bit or try and move, you're going nowhere. It's a level of powerlessness that I've never experienced in my life.
How I'm gonna do y'all, Dinah, you wouldn't even be able to be in this position to do
In the
this.
interrogations that you participated in, do you feel like that person deserved to be in that chair having those things happen?
I have met more people in my life that deserve a bullet in the face than you have met people in your life that you would like to have a drink with. We're simulating an interrogation.
Which is reasonably true. I'm not gonna lie, I don't drink at all. So, and I barely go outside too, so I ain't gonna lie.
So that means that Tommy and Julian have to refrain from giving us truthful answers. Their goal is to resist the interrogation. Our goal is to succeed in the interrogation. So we're going to be asking them very basic questions, questions that you know the answer to and we know the answer to. But when they answer those basic questions incorrectly, that's Tommy and Julian's way of showing us that they are resisting the questioning.
Okay, because I always had a thought in my head, like, what if like they're actually answering the question, they giving the truth?
Question number 1. What is 1 plus 2?
3.
3 is the answer?
Can you tell me why I'm here first?
The question is, what is 1 plus 2? You've answered 3.
To the best of my knowledge, that's 4.
Answer the question. You previously said 1 plus 2 is 3. Did you not, Tommy?
I don't recall.
You see what I'm
It's easier
saying?
for my time. I can answer all these questions.
Is this nigga not losing blood? Like, yo, like, is he not having blood loss?
Answer his question.
Oh, nah, they treating this nigga like a bitch. Yo, bro, do you see what I'm saying, bro? Like, I understand. If this was, like, yo, shout out to my nigga Tommy G, bro. I understand, like, say if Tommy G hit me up to, like, do a video like this, or, like, one of my homies, like, hit me up to do a video like this, bro. I can't be in this position because, bro, I'll be like, yo, cut. Yo, cut this shit, nigga. Dead ass, like, I'm done. Like, you know what I'm saying? Damn.
I wonder
he gets slapped
if
crazy.
a little more time is going to bring you back to your original answer. We'll find out.
What was the longest period of time that you saw someone get interrogated for?
15 to 30 minutes at a time, usually during scheduled interrogations, and oftentimes after the interrogation actually occurred. It was our chance to review footage of the interrogation to see if any significant intelligence was shared.
Okay. Bro, I feel like they just like slapping him, man. But I think it also is a part of like the interrogation. Like you have to like constantly slap the person or something.
Tell me about
this is 40 minutes. Let me stop pausing.
There were a lot of memos that came about during the question of whether CIA was torturing folks in Guantanamo Bay and other secret sites. The memos themselves were really part of internal classified CIA documentation. The memos, the traffic did confirm that enhanced interrogation was being used and that the techniques that went into enhanced interrogation did suit or did fit civilian court definition of torture. At this point, we have Tommy put in what's known as a transit position. That position is very stressful because it makes blood rush to the head and it doesn't give the lower extremities or upper extremities any opportunity to stretch out without pulling on the other extremity. So it's a very uncomfortable position that's designed to increase the blood flow to his head, which will come with headaches and lightheadedness and some other things. We have a nurse on site to make sure that we don't lose Tommy so he doesn't pass out or hurt himself, but we want him to feel what's really happening.
Okay. In your warehouse.
Stop talking.
Looks like a lot of assholes. Who do you guys work for?
Stop talking.
One of the key elements that we're going to use against both Julian and Tommy is the element of time. Stressful positions and long durations of time break down an individual's psychology and makes them more susceptible to cooperation.
What you personally have done within interrogations, you would stand behind and said, yes, I did the right thing.
Absolutely. Are you with us?
Yep, I'm here.
You guys
Yo!
The is this shit?
Go to your stomach.
Yo!
You guys laughing at me.
Nigga hit him so hard,
Get
like
to your
Tommy G
stomach.
actually fell out the chair.
Him back in transit. It looks like a restraint broke.
Copy.
It's a simple question, Tommy. What's 2 plus 1?
I did it 2
You
times.
said 3, and then you said 4.
I told you the answer.
Sit.
What was the answer? Transit position, please, gentlemen. Transit position, please.
Let's negotiate here.
Hey, bring your feet together.
Can we work this out another way?
Feet together. Stay in that position.
I'm not gonna lie to all you BDSM niggas or like all you BDSM women or like, you know, saying that like shit like this, bro. I don't even know the name of it, but like, I don't even know what I'm talking about. But all you like women or people who like this, bro, I don't even want to fish what I was about to say. I just make it.
What is 1 plus 2?
What do you want to know about this answer?
I want to know the truth.
You have a partner sitting next to you. He's been sitting here.
Like, this would be a crazy.
Peacefully.
Nah, I'm not saying that.
Untouched. While you've been deciding the answer for 1 plus 3. I'm afraid that if you struggle to remember the answer to 1 plus 3, you may need your partner to help jog your memory. You think you can remember the answer to 1 plus 3, Tommy?
I think I can figure it out.
Why don't you give it to us?
1 plus 3, 5.
I don't think that's the answer that we're looking for.
Also, he's gonna make it worse on the homie.
Looking for the correct answer, Tommy. Every time you hear a slap, Tommy, that's not yours. That's somebody else paying for you. Because you won't answer a simple question. What's it gonna hurt anybody to tell me the answer to 1 plus 2? It's not gonna hurt anybody, except when you don't tell me the truth. Tommy, 1 plus 2 equals.
Tell him. 1 plus 2?
You've given me 3 answers to this.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm yelling at Tommy G. Yo, he just slapped my face. Tell him the answer. Like, if he was gut checking me, hitting me in my chest, yo, Tommy G, don't let up, man. Don't snitch. Fight for the country, man. Or like, not fight for the country, but like, whatever, man. Like, you know, say don't snitch. But the moment he starts slapping my face, Tommy G, you better tell this nigga the goddamn mess.
One simple question, why would I waste my time with another question?
Maybe your questions aren't very good.
This stress position was becoming increasingly more unbearable. As the minutes passed, pain was creeping into my back and hips, but I knew it wasn't enough to make me full. We made it through phase 1 without breaking, and now it was time for a quick post-game interview.
When you got snatched, what went through your mind?
In a real scenario, it's better to die in the street than get taken anywhere you go.
Describe what it's like to be hooded.
It smells like shit. I mean, being face down on a metal floor ain't exactly comfortable.
How long do you think you've been apprehended in this building? How many minutes?
35.
I think those stress positions felt a lot longer than they really were. It probably was actually 2 or 3 minutes each time you kept me there, but it felt like 7, 8, 9 minutes.
There's an element of, it sounds like, inconsistent time between the two of you. Part of that, do you think, is because Julian's in a comfortable position compared to Tommy?
Absolutely.
Gentlemen, let's bag him.
Okay, get back
From the
in.
interrogations you participated in, do you have any lingering
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. For a stream, would y'all want me to do this for a stream one day?
negative side effects?
But the only thing is, no faces. Like, no face hitting. I ain't gonna lie. No face hitting, though.
Bad dreams, guilt, regret?
I have flashes of memory, and when those memories flash through, they don't cause me trauma or stress. They're more like an interesting moment of privileged insight.
I don't even watch that shit even right now. Nah, yeah, you look kind of right. I shouldn't make fun of this because, you know, there's a lot of people that do go through this, so it's probably one of those situations I shouldn't, like, not like make fun, but like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know.
Tommy, kneel.
But to learn the experience, probably.
Tell me about what you feel emotionally during an interrogation.
Anger is the driving force in an interrogation.
Finna tap
Anger is
out
the
real quick,
thing you
dead
have
ass.
to
All right, bet,
hold
boy.
back because it can drive you to make some very rash and unproductive decisions. Tommy, the original question we asked was 1 plus 3. Do you recall that conversation? So can you please just make this easy on all of us? Can you tell us the correct answer to 1
make him
plus
freeze
2?
it cold.
I already told you the answer. 1 plus 2, Tommy.
I would have broke. Nah, I will break right here, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I will break right here. Even because I still remember being in football, you know, saying taking them ice baths. Like, I'm breaking. I'm breaking. Laughing.
Tell me the process of breaking down a human.
Everybody has a different recipe. For some people it's emotional, for some people it's physiological, for some people they just make mistakes in what they say, and then when you throw that mistake back in their face, they logically, rationally can't regain their footing. So people break down in different ways. Some people are emotionally distant or cold, and rationally they break down. Some people are physiologically strong, and they don't like discomfort. Some people are physiologically weak and gross and disgusting, so they already feel uncomfortable all the time, and there's no amount of pain you can put them in that makes them feel that much worse than they live. But in all cases, you're kind of mixing the three together to get that perfect concoction where somebody melts down. Let me change the question. It could go away, and here's the question that could make it all go away. What is the capital of the United States of America?
Fritz! Ew.
At this point, I'll take the capital or 1 plus 2, Tommy.
You can't hear
A
me.
little bit hard. Let me get a health check. Sounds like you're healthy.
What makes something torture?
When I think of torture, I think back in Vietnam, some of the things that were being done in Afghanistan and Iraq, that I'm not trying to elicit information from you, I'm just physically punishing you.
Give you a break, Tommy. Let's share the burden a bit. Tell me the truthful answer to 1 plus 2, or the truthful answer to the capital of the United States. And that hood is coming off.
The wet hood was giving me a creeping sense of suffocation. Each breath became more difficult, and this fed a cycle of rising panic. With no end in sight, suddenly giving up the answer to 1 plus 2 didn't seem like such a big deal.
Damn,
Here's the
Thomas
answer.
is shaking.
Can I get some scissors, please?
My breaking point was for sure the water and ice scenario. Not necessarily because of the cold. The cold was uncomfortable, but it was the struggling to breathe as the mask kept closing in. And then as I continued my struggle, it only got more pronounced of I would blow and it would go away from me, and every time I would inhale, it was just a cycle that started amplifying itself. Talk to the speed at which people normally break in an interrogation.
In a proper interrogation, you usually have some sort of compliance within the first 7 to 15 minutes.
It only takes 10 or 15
7
minutes
to 15 minutes? Shit. Okay. But I told y'all, bro, with that ice situation, bro, I know for a fact that ice situation is breaking me, bro. I know for a fact it's breaking me.
Break a good amount of people.
Yes.
Welcome back to the land of the living, sir. How are you feeling?
Not swell.
You told us a truthful answer that you were supposed to hide. Do you understand that? Why'd you decide to tell us the answer?
If you're able to keep me here indefinitely, there's no point. It's just a matter of when.
Do you know how long you were exposed to cold water? 3 minutes.
Damn.
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
He was only exposed to cold water 3 minutes? But like Tommy G said though, like the breathing part, you know what I'm saying? He didn't say like he broke because of like being cold and everything like that. But like he broke because like the water and how he was trying to breathe. If y'all never got waterboarded before, like I'm not telling y'all to do it, but like from experience, bro, over time it dead ass get worse. Like every inhale and exhale, it gets worse. Like it really gets worse. It really gets worse.
It's humbling. It's humbling, man.
I later learned that this ordeal took much longer than 3 minutes, but in that moment, Andy lied about me folding quickly in order to further psychologically confuse me and break me down.
It just felt like you were
He just broke me
suffocating.
down.
Every breath was a fight.
Did you know the answer to 1 plus 2?
Yeah.
So you knew the entire time, and you didn't tell us. That must mean you also know the answer to the capital of the United States, right?
Never got asked.
Can you give us the answer to the capital of the United States, Julian?
Guadalajara.
I mean, my geography isn't the best in the world,
Here's mine.
but I would assume you would know
So he was
the
smart
answer
ass.
to capital of your own country.
Well, why are you assuming shit, Andy?
I think Julian needs
yeah,
some
he's
time in the
smart-ass.
transit position. You have a chance to do the same thing, Julian. You can also cooperate before we really start getting creative. You want to tell me that capital of the United States?
I already did.
Let's try it one last time, can we, Julian?
Are you about to
The
flip him
capital of the
back?
United States?
Guadalajara.
Oh no, that sounded like they slapped it on his back. Ooh.
You know, most of the world doesn't have drinkable water. Yeah. You're going to have all the drinkable water you could want.
Damn.
You hear
Ice on
Tommy
each
talk
side.
about how hard it was to breathe? Yeah. If you need us, just give us a shout. But we'll see what a little bit of time
I
does
think
to
he
help you
shouted.
out. Let's help
Hold on.
Julian sit up,
I
huh?
think he might
You can get
last
him on his
longer than Tommy
knees.
G.
Fairly popular in the United States, of which I am asking you to explain the capital. And that term is waterboarding. Have you heard that term before, Julian?
Once or twice?
Yeah. We're not
he's still being a smart ass.
to waterboard you. What we are going to do is share with you an experience that is parallel to,
really shivering, bro.
alternate to that experience. We can help end the shivering. We can help end the shaking. It can all go away. This is your alternate experience.
Nah, this is insane.
The more
okay,
you
now
fight,
that I never had to me. Like that, however loose it was tied to my face, however loose it was, that's how loose it was. I never had like, when I talked about the officers, you know what I'm saying, doing it, I never had one of the officers like pull it back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I never had like that, like pulled back on me. Like I like made it tighter, if that makes sense. Like I never had that make it tighter on me. Basics, like, nigga, I'm not finna explain.
the harder you breathe.
I already talked about it in the beginning.
And the harder you breathe, the more your body demands oxygen. So if you want an insider tip, you have to calm yourself.
You personally have been waterboarded.
Yes.
Describe that experience.
It sucks. As soon as that panic sets in, there's no calming yourself down to come to the surface because the water just keeps coming.
And you can't breathe, like you see,
you know
like
what the capital is for the United States?
Damn, bro.
All right, take it off. Take it off. Take it off. Take it off. Good man.
See, I'm telling y'all, bro, like, it's insane. Like, getting waterboarded is fucking insane. Like, bro, never again. Like, I feel like getting waterboarded is way worse than getting tased. In my experience, bro, it's way worse than getting tased, by far.
I ain't dying for this shit.
I'm telling y'all, bro.
Was there a point in the interrogation today where you felt your confidence crack, where you felt it change, where you went from being cocky and boisterous to being nervous or afraid?
There were 2 times when you went into the second round of the waterboarding, and in the first round, like that whole thing and the ordeal and the aftermath, we were looking at the video afterwards where like my head's being held back and I couldn't breathe. And that lasted, like you let that sit, you let that marinate. I was looking at the video, like that marinated longer than I thought. When you came back for the second round and I couldn't breathe again, it was like the most helpless feeling. And I was like, that's it.
Do you believe waterboarding to be a form of torture?
Because I know he was just
I
sucking
do
in
not
mad
personally
water.
believe waterboarding to be a form of torture. I think
Now, that's the type of waterboarding I never had. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was just sitting down in a chair and just experiencing it. I never had it to where, like, I was laying on my back. Like, I never had that type of, like, waterboarding.
a highly
That's more dangerous. That's
aggressive, very
like killing, like
psychologically traumatizing, very physiologically demanding form of enhanced interrogation, but it does not create long-term handicaps. It does not have long-term implications for physical damage.
So do you think it should still be in use today?
I think all the enhanced interrogation techniques should remain available to the US government, the DoD, and the intelligence agencies to use to keep Americans safe. Tell me what went through your head.
It was a rush, man. It was a real rush. Because like, when we got up and you said alternate to waterboarding, I knew that was gonna turn into pretty fucking close to waterboarding. And now obviously waterboard, you're actually all the way back. They're pouring the water straight into your face just continuously, so it's worse.
Do you believe waterboarding to be torture?
No, simply because it doesn't evoke. I don't have the intent to cause you permanent or severe injury.
What's your take on Guantanamo Bay, and do you think this will prove to be a blight on American history?
I think American history is going to forget about Guantanamo Bay in the next 3 presidential cycles at most.
But in your personal opinion, are you proud of what happened at Guantanamo Bay?
I'm not proud of most of what we have to do to keep America safe.
Right.
I think Guantanamo Bay was an effort to try to improve our national security against a threat that was adaptable, uncontrollable, transnational, and radically motivated.
So if you were the President of the United States during that time, you would have said, yes, continue what we're doing at Guantanamo Bay.
If I was the President of the United States, we would have continued what we were doing at Guantanamo Bay.
Can you provide an instance where EIT resulted in actionable intelligence that helped save human lives?
There is no instance that can be shared with the American public about a moment when classified information was successfully extracted with an enhanced interrogation technique. By nature of the fact that the information is classified.
Allowing 9/11 to happen was regarded as a massive intelligence failure by the CIA and other three-letter agencies. And in order to prevent a future attack, the CIA decided to go gloves off and get aggressive to find ways to extract information faster from potential terrorists. Enter enhanced interrogation techniques. The CIA paid psychologists James Mitchell and Bruce Jessen over $80 million to design methods to quickly break down detainees and produce actionable intel. A key laboratory for developing these methods was the infamous black site in Afghanistan known as the Salt Pit. And for context, some of the people sent here included Al-Qaeda's most hardened members and guys like 9/11.
Boy, I can make up one right now. Like act like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know the flight zone and everything like that. Boy, I'm gonna talk to him. I will push you out this airplane. I'll get some noises going. All right, bet. See ya. It is like act like and push him in there and act like he falling to his death.
Mastermind Khalid Mohammed. Inside, suspects would be chained to the ceiling, kept naked in freezing cold cells, forced into stress positions for prolonged periods, and they were subjected to extreme sleep deprivation for up to 11 days at a time. These practices produced both physical and psychological trauma, and in a couple cases, death. Now, proponents say that these tactics are unpleasant, but absolutely necessary to have a safer America.
It was not torture. I don't believe it was torture.
While others say that these methods are a clear violation of human rights.
Were absolutely brutal, far worse than the CIA represented them to policymakers and others.
So it begs the question, does a guy like the 9/11 mastermind deserve basic human rights?
A soft approach is not going to keep a radicalized individual from hurting Americans. Okay. A soft approach is not going to alleviate the threats from a hardened aggressor. That's not how it works. The only way that you...
What's going on right there, bro? Hey. What the hell is that torture method? What?
You can have success against a hard, aggressive, radicalized target is to be able to demonstrate that you yourself are willing to pursue hard, radicalized techniques to break them of their will and spirit.
Do you think enhanced interrogation tactics work and should continue to be used?
If executed per the black and white document, yes. If they're violated, no.
Now, what you've been seeing so far is enhanced interrogation against a hostile foreign threat, someone who is not a U.S. citizen. But sometimes, in some scenarios, U.S. citizens are actually taken into captivity.
All right, I'm not rereading that. You ain't clipping me. I'm not rereading that.
Captivity and put through some advanced interrogation practices. And that's what we're going to show you next. American citizens can't be struck. They can't be hurt. They can't be injured in the same way that we can with a foreign hostile target. However, you can use stress positions on them to encourage them to cooperate because it's still within the realms of the law based on the situation, the information that they have.
Okay.
So in this case, we would put a potential risk, a potential threat, a potential suspect into a stress position for what could be minutes, what could be hours, what could possibly be days, always understanding that they have the rights as an American citizen. And because they're American citizens, none of this would be done without oversight or purview by an American law enforcement agency, something like HSI or FBI or Homeland Security, some other Department of Justice organization. All right, stand by for seer position. Let's stand him up. 1, 2, 3.
Damn.
Move to your knees, please, Mr. Dory. Thank you. Let's make sure he stays in that position without support. This thing feels like a weight right now.
Oh yeah. This one also breaking me too.
A little bit more.
You gotta have some core, some arm strength, some whatever strength you can have. Yeah, this breaking me too.
Let's get Tommy into position because Julian doesn't want to cooperate.
Right there.
We are literally after the same goal.
Damn.
I don't think that's the right position, Tommy. You know why Tommy's fallen over already? Because he's actually trying. Actually trying. Oh.
Damn.
You know, what's even easier than falling over is spelling a word. We're looking for a simple word. We're looking for July, Tommy. Can you give us July?
June, pal.
Can you give us the spelling for July?
This SEER position uses body mechanics to create unbearable feelings of joint pain. For me, it felt like the bone from my big toe to middle of my foot was going to snap.
Damn. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, my feet, no, for me, most definitely, I might have that same experience, but I feel like it's more so like my ankle feel like it's finna snap off. That's for me. It's probably gonna feel like my ankle's finna snap off. What method of torture is this? I forgot what he said. This some shit they'll do in Dubai if you commit a crime. I'm saying, if you smoke one blunt of weed in Dubai, nigga, you getting this type of torture method.
No? It's not a big request, you guys. And let me make sure you understand one more thing.
Spilled you
if
love.
you have to go beyond this position, the next one is worse.
In July!
How do you spell it?
J-U-L-Y.
All right, let's get him out of here. Let's get him out of here. Let's get him out of here.
I'm actually curling my toes right now, bro. Cause I'm just imagining probably what's gonna feel like in my toes.
If what you've seen in the field is at 100% of an interrogation, what did Julie and I experience in here?
There were moments where both of you were deep in the experience, easily experiencing 70 to 80% of what a proper interrogation would look like, an enhanced interrogation would look like. But they were moments, fleeting moments, where the panic set in, where the worry set in, where even though you knew you were in multiple rings of safety, you still wanted out. Tommy, how are you feeling?
We all know that our tax dollars have funded outrageous things in the last many years, but the fact that U.S. citizens do this, you said for days?
Depending on the crime and the organization that has the authorities to arrest, stress positions are fully legal.
Fully legal.
Damn.
Would you say that was torture?
We're back to that enhanced versus torture. I mean, it was not pleasant.
Now, imagine the stance that we just saw them doing. Imagine if that was on concrete. Imagine if that was on like marble floor. Oh boy, them knees finna be toed up. Yo, your feet and knees is finna be toed up.
Anything that causes extreme
Damn, fully illegal? Yes, gang. Yes.
discomfort and is done against your will, I would probably classify as a level of torture.
That's probably fair.
Unfortunately, the way you classify it is not the way that it's classified in the actual confines of the law.
If you had the choice between your brains out and killing yourself or getting taken to a CIA black site indefinitely and seeing if you survive it, which would you choose?
It's a hard question because with 2 children and a spouse, the chance to see them again is motivating. You would have to make that decision one day at a time. I would imagine I would not brains out because I would want the choice to go one more day to make that decision.
I think the only way to survive something like this is to have
right? Like once you tell them the answer, like they stop torturing you, right?
a God, a higher power, a deep belief in
or if they
something
get the
that,
information that they want out of you, they done,
yeah,
right?
otherwise it's impossible.
These 2 have withstood an incredible amount of discomfort.
If it's not like
They've
something
done
crazy.
absolutely admirable performance throughout some very uncomfortable situations, but there's still one position left that's available for use against U.S. citizens, and I could not let myself shortchange you guys from this final experience.
This might be a short one.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it too. I'm gonna try it too. This one I'm gonna try.
You need to put your forehead on the wall.
Okay.
Back up.
Spread your feet.
Forehead
and
to the
bring
wall.
those feet back.
Forehead to the wall. Back your feet up. Back your feet up. Don't move, sir. Put your heels on the ground. Back your feet up.
That's it. Back it up. Back it up.
Hell no, 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 hell no. I'm good. I gave out in 1 second. Hell
Just
no.
let us know when you're done.
What are you thinking? It's been a long day, right?
Yeah,
No more secrets.
I don't think we have much more to tell him.
Fuck it. All right, cupcake, I'm out.
I got you, brother. All right. Blueberry muffin.
Hell no. I didn't even last a second.
What are you the most proud of in yourself today?
That you guys were telling us off camera that Tommy and I had a pretty good simulation of what these things could be like, and that it wasn't just like a complete walkthrough.
And what are you the most disappointed in yourself about today?
It was bothering me when I knew there wasn't anything that could be done when it started with Tommy getting more than I was. You don't know how much longer that's gonna go on, and you're wondering, like, do I like try to jump out of the chair and make a scene? What's gonna happen to both of us if I do that?
You were saying
I'll
off camera, I want to get
for me, if I was in this position, it'll be like of course it's worse than like me getting whipped by my mom. But I'll say, like, if I can compare it to me getting whipped by my mom, it'll be like, how much do I have to, like, how much can I endure, if that makes sense? You know what I'm saying? How much of this can I endure, and how long is this going to be happening for? You know what I'm saying? Some people gonna last 5 minutes, some might keep going for 7. Even if you tell the truth, sometimes they might keep going. Because, like, you're not telling the complete truth. You know, like, I'll say it's really the endurance and how long is he gonna go on for?
The line right,
and
but
how many times
by
you gonna
having to
stop
do
and
an
keep
evil
talking?
task, it turns a good man evil, or you have to dip your toes into evil. How do you deal with that as a man who doesn't view himself as evil?
Drink a lot of whiskey.
Damn.
Do you think the fact that we need to use enhanced interrogation techniques to protect Americans is an ugly truth that Americans need to swallow?
I won't say that they need to swallow it. I will say that it's a f***ing sad reality. If they want to face it and address it, that would be helpful. I would love for people to come together and say, first of all, why do we live in a society where we have to utilize these tool sets?
True.
Just do good, be a good human being, and we wouldn't have to use these tactics.
True.
If you weren't doing evil against innocent people, we wouldn't have to come up with enhanced interrogation techniques.
Today we got a glimpse into how the CIA conducted interrogations between 2002 and 2009, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts on what you just.
If you need info out of me, just bribe me with thick/chubby, nerdy black gym girls. Bro, put a girl in front of my presence, nigga. I'll tell you anything you want, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. Bring some chicken in front of me. I'll tell you anything you want, nigga. Bring GTA, nigga. Bring a PlayStation 5 and GTA 6 in front of my face. I'll tell you anything you want. Oh, bro. Nigga, I wasn't even at the scene. I'll tell you what I think I know happened, bro. Like, whoa! That's just me. I ain't gonna lie. That's just me. But W Tommy G, bro. Hey, W video, bro. This is actually insane, bro. That video is actually insane. Damn, niggas actually just getting. I'm telling you, bro. That waterboating scene, bro. Nigga, if I got waterboated, nigga, I probably don't know what the hell I'll do. Like, oh my God, I dead ass wouldn't know what the hell I'll do.